Hi, this is Eric from Purity Fitness. Here's our mobility tip of the week. We're going to have fun with lacrosse balls today. We got a plain lacrosse ball, we got two of them taped to growl, and we call it a lacrosse ball peanut. We're going to use these lacrosse balls to kind of eliminate some tightness, mobilize our spine, create better posture. When you're sitting at a desk all day, you create postural imbalances, so you have to do things to offset that. Most of us can't quit our jobs, and we have to work at a desk, so we just need to have tools so we can better offset the postural positions that we're in all day and make sure we try to maintain the best balance possible in our body. So number one is to work on the knots. A lot of us get knots in our upper back, around our shoulder blades, which can affect our body's ability. Our shoulder blades help we're pushing or pulling. Our shoulder blades need to work in conjunction with our shoulder joint, we call it our glenohumeral joint. So we want to make sure that that shoulder blade is nice and freed up. If you got a lot of knots and tightness in there, it can kind of throw that rhythm off and it can create catches in the shoulders. So one easy thing you can do is just take a lacrosse ball here, get on the ground, make sure it's underneath you, get some pressure on it, and roll that into the shoulder blades. If you find a knot, just kind of put some pressure on it. Just like if you're at a massage therapist, hold that pressure, breathe through it, work back and forth, move up and down that shoulder blade. There's one on me right there. Work on those knots, kind of like peeling layers of an onion. So you're going to use that for the knots. We're going to use this, what we call thoracic extension. Thoracic spine, a lot of times the mid-back, we get kind of stuck forward like this in that hunchback position. So we need to mobilize that. This works a little better than a foam roller because we can go vertebrae by vertebrae. So it isolates different vertebrae, so we can really find the sticky spots. So I'm going to put this right in my mid-back here. I'm just going to hug myself and work back, keeping my hips on the ground. Once I feel like I've loosened up those vertebrae, I might move up a little bit. The thoracic spine has the most vertebrae of any part of the spine. And I might you can roll my body down and keep working to restore thoracic extension. And that just kind of helps take your spine, put a curve back in it so you don't get stuck forward like this. You get stuck forward like this, the problem is you create an imbalance and it shuts down your rotator cuff and all the muscles that stabilize your shoulder and creates more stress on your neck and your shoulder joints, and that's where a lot of that pain comes from. So correcting that thoracic extension is a big part of creating good shoulder stability, taking pressure off your neck, making sure that that shelf sits on your neck. Another thing you can do is that, let's just say you're sitting at a computer. This is an old school move I learned from a physical therapist. Is every hour or so when you're sitting at the computer, if you got your headset on, you're sitting on a conference call, this works great too. Just take your arms up like this, pull your hands in, squeeze. So notice I look back here, really squeezing my elbows in. I should feel a good contraction in my upper back. So I got a good squeeze here. And then from there, I'm going to take my hands, pull them down, like I'm putting them in pushing them past my pockets. And as I pull them down, I'm pulling my shoulder blades down and back. I'm just going to cycle through that a few times. And what that does is it kind of realigns my cervical spine, my neck, and it wakes up my upper back muscles to start working again. So as I get forward like this, they start to shut down, and it resets my posture. And I would do that once an hour on the hour. So those are three things you can do to really improve your posture while you're sitting at a desk or offset some of the sitting positions during the day. So give those a try. That's our mobility tip of the week here at Purity Fitness, personal training, Lakeville, Minnesota.